Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, everybody.
Hey, good evening, Sudesh.
Can you all see me?
Yeah, I can
Do I
see.
have light on my face? Okay. Hi, Chandani. Hi, Meera. Hi, Sanjeev. Soumya. Hello, Innocent. Kayolya. Vahini. Tamitop. How are you doing?
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I welcome you all to a webinar for business analyst career. And if you guys are here, and I think it's very important for you. And my name is Sudesh Anand, and I'm a business analyst myself, and over 2 decades of experience, and also the founder of Leadtecno. Before we go ahead, if you guys can come over the video, that would be great. I would like to have a face-to-face conversation. But if you're not able to come, it's okay. But if you can come in video, please do come. That will be great. I would like to have a face-to-face conversation with you. Okay. I just want to know a little bit about you, and I will introduce you myself. And I would like to know a little bit about you and why you're here and what is that you're looking forward to. Okay. So give me a minute. I'm going to share my screen here. Just give me a minute. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Am I visible? Okay, thank you. So this is a webinar I wanted to conduct to bring in some news about how you can transition into a business analyst career in 2025. Okay, and my name is Sudesh Anand, and I'm a founder and CEO of Leadtecno Staffing and Training Services, which was founded in 2016. And in our staffing company, we also do IT and non-IT jobs like healthcare and other administrative activities, and also mostly IT jobs. Okay. And I work in sectors like banking, telecom, insurance, and healthcare. These are the sectors we are sourcing candidates for. And my expertise is in tech and insurance domain. I'm a consulting, vendor from there. I have overall 2 decades of experience in project management, business analysis, cloud technology, insurance technology, and many more. Okay. I can keep on talking about myself. So before I go ahead, I want to just a little bit hear from you guys. If you can give me a small 20 to 30 seconds introduction about who you are, a little bit about your work background, and what is that you're expecting out of here. Okay. Starting with Temi. Temi Top, how are you? Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Hi. So tell me, you're here. So let me know what is that you're expecting out of this career, of this, what is the expectation? What do you have come to learn here? And give us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I've actually been looking forward to enroll myself in a program like this,
Okay.
to have the expertise to be a business analyst because and
Okay.
then one of the reasons is I've worked as an accountant
Okay.
before as a
Okay.
finance person. I have a degree in accounting and
Mhm.
I did my master's in financial management in the UK.
Okay.
So I'm just looking for an opportunity to
Okay.
to to have the professional certification in business analyst.
Okay. So, your voice is not that very clear, but I understand that you're coming from an accounting background. Is that right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you have accounting experience in Canada?
No, no. I did my master's in the UK,
Okay.
financial management.
Oh, you did a master's in financial management. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So tell me, so how did you know about business analyst career?
Yeah, is to me is a kind of career that I just want to venture into. That is why I have to join this kind of webinar
Okay.
to to broaden myself and possibly enroll for something good so that I can be certified.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you're here. So to move in to an IT business analyst, so we're going to discuss about for the next 1 hour, we're going to talk about how to move into this career. Okay, and I have helped a lot of people move into IT business analyst career, so I know exactly what it takes for you to move into this role. And just to give you a heads up, I moved into a technology BA role from a non-tech role myself. So it's not a big deal. Okay, so you don't require any coding skills. You just need a good communication skills and problem-solving skills and able to understand what is exactly the client needs and documentation skills. And of course, you're going to learn a lot about how you can work with different tools and stuff, which will teach you. So you're in the right forum here, Demi. So I hope you're going to learn everything. And if you still have any questions, we're going to have a Q&A by end of the session. You can ask more questions. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So I haven't spoken to Sanjeev. Hi, Sanjeev. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Satish. Yeah, so might be you already know about me. So I just saw the message. This a cloud business analyst. Just trying to
Yeah.
understand or
Okay.
trying to know like how simple business analyst is different from the cloud business analyst or ServiceNow
Yeah.
business analyst. What are the
Yeah.
extra activities that cloud business
Yeah.
has to perform? So that's
Yeah.
why
Sure.
I'm here.
Sure. Sanjeev, this program is tailor-made for everybody. It's not a blanket approach, just so you know. Okay. Business analyst is a required role in different technologies. They are sector-based, based on banking or insurance, based on the domain, and also we have technology-based BA roles also.
Correct.
Okay. For us to get there, how I designed this program is first you have to learn the business analyst fundamentals. Okay. And then either you can go into specialization of a technology or you can go in a specialization of a domain. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if you're from the banking background, then I might want to help you go into payments BA, payments banking. Okay. Merchant banking. Okay. And so those are like a Pega BA, the specialization. It
Right.
also depends upon where you come.
Right.
So, and I'm going to talk more about me. We have a kind of a company where we work in different platforms, very niche platforms like cloud platforms, infrastructure platforms, security side. So we have a in-depth knowledge about many sectors, and especially we have more knowledge about a BA because BA is such a big spectrum. People can get lost so easily. Okay. So you definitely need a mentor. So we're going to continue to talk more about it. And Sanjeev, I'm sure after this session, we have a Q&A for some time, and you can ask your questions and we can go more in detail. Thank you for coming. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you,
Okay?
Samir. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, Soumya. How are you? Good evening, Soumya. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Happy to have you here, Soumya. So what brings you here, and what is the expectation? Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm living in US, in
Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay.
I am new in job market. I'm searching for a job now. I did my
Okay.
MBA in HR and marketing, and I
Okay.
am searching for a job. And I heard about BA, business analyst is booming now. So I want to more about BA and the career opportunities.
Okay,
That is
I'm glad you're here. And Soumya, so it is a very good place to start. Whenever you're planning to move into an IT sector, it's very important that IT sector is so big that there are so many technologies are trending. It's impossible for somebody to learn everything. It's not possible.
yeah.
And the technology moves very fast. Some technologies move slowly, some technologies move faster. Okay, so you definitely need a mentor to guide you. Okay, business analyst is a kind of a role where you're especially working with clients and you're working with the development team, and it's more about requirements capturing, documenting, delivering the requirements to the developers, and also you're also working as expert on some technology too. Okay, so you're here, and I'm confident that by end of the session you're going to get a clear understanding of how to move into as a ITBA. This is an ITBA, not on the business side. Okay, we'll talk more on that. Happy to have you here, Soumya. Okay, hi Vahini, good evening.
Yeah, my apologies. Hi, Sudesh. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
What brings
Thanks for
you here?
asking. Sorry. Actually, the thing is, I just clicked in the link. I wasn't ready for the meeting, so that's the reason why I couldn't come on the camera. My apologies for that.
That's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So my name is Fahini. The thing is, I'm in Canada. I'm in Toronto. So I've been working as like sales professional in insurance and financial side since almost like 10 years. So now
Mhm.
I'm planning to change my career from financial services to IT. Like
Mhm.
that also almost yeah, it's been some months like out of the job right now.
Mhm.
So that's the reason why I'm thinking this as take an opportunity to transition to the IT place. And I did complete some of the Salesforce certifications as well because I wasn't doing any job recently. So that's the reason why I completed a couple of the certifications. So I'm
Okay.
just wondering why I chose the business analyst position is the main means the main point here is because in my previous job also I used to work with the means to facilitate the transactions to the clients. We used to work with the underwriters, claims people, all these are middle parties with the
Mhm.
with all the brokers as well. So that's the reason why I thought that maybe this position, I mean, I'm interested in this position so that it helps me in communicating with different people and
Mhm.
like from technology to clients, like all these things. That's why I thought to be
Okay.
changing to be a position actually.
Very
But
good.
the main concern for me here is I'm not quite sure like how much time it takes during this period. I don't know how the market is and how hard it is to enter into the field, and what kind of a support you guys are going to give, and is it okay to transit means to take a step in a completely different field where I do not have actual work experience. I do have some
Okay.
knowledge like in testing and also in the Salesforce, but I do
Mhm.
not have like actual work experience. So that's why I want to listen some suggestions from you.
Fair enough. I'm glad to hear. And I want to tell you, I'm an insurance business analyst too.
Perfect.
I,
Uh,
and I work in Guidewire. Have you heard Guidewire?
right, I heard about it.
I'm a Guidewire consultant.
Oh wow, that's
I work
great.
in policy center, billing center, claim center, all the integrations I work. And
Awesome, awesome.
wherever the Guidewire is done, work comes, I get a job. So we are home, Vani. So I
Perfect.
started when I came to this country, and I did not get job immediately. So, but I had to do some work, right? So I
Right.
got a job in insurance sector, right? So as an
Mm.
advisor, very small job, just for some time. But lo and behold, one of my friend who was a Guidewire consultant in India. So
Okay.
talking to him, and said, you know what, Guidewire is a very niche area.
Mm.
So I did my A certification in Guidewire and started my studies with Policy Center. And
Oh.
now I work in integrations and everything. So see, this is what I'm talking about. This is a blanket. It's not a blanket approach. This program is not blanket approach. This is custom made for everybody. And what works for one person doesn't have to be the same for everybody. And I don't force you to go into something which you're not comfortable. Okay. Somebody like
Yeah.
Vani, she has an insurance domain. Why would you go to something else? You have so
Right.
much of domain experience. For a BA, having the
Mm.
domain experience is good. If you're coming to insurance sector and you're saying you're a business analyst, you're trained a business analyst, and you've done your certifications and you have a Guidewire certification, I would hire you. Why would I take somebody else who doesn't have a domain experience?
Okay. Right. Right.
You've got to understand one thing: insurance is a very small world. When it comes to IT, banking jobs, IT jobs, or BA jobs are hectic. You will do 50 applications every week, development. But in insurance, for the whole year, you'll only do like 15 projects, 20 projects. Okay.
Okay.
So so it's like it's a kind of career you don't want to walk out of. So I recommend you to become a business analyst in your own domain, and I'll talk about how to do that. You might want
Sure.
to talk to me offline. You need to have credentials, okay,
Okay.
and you can have show some capstone projects in Guideware,
Uh-huh.
and because the Guideware integrates with, see, Guideware is today used by Aviva and used by RBC Insurance, PCL's Insurance, Zenith Insurance. There are like so many companies using US and Canada. Guideware is an amazing technology to learn. So that's what I'm saying. BA is a framework. You're learning how to work in the IT, on the requirement side. Okay, as long
Okay.
as you are You feel confident that you can talk to people and you can understand their needs and what is that they want in the system. For example, in a guide where I trying to add some feature on the billing screen. So because you worked in in the system, you would have known what are the different activities, transactions done there. That is your domain knowledge, and it helps you to have a very knowledgeable conversation with your clients. Okay, and if you're certified in Guidewire and also you know how the BA works and what are the tools they use, that's it. That's all it takes.
Mm.
Okay, we'll talk more.
Okay.
All right, and thank you for coming. And then let's move on to Kaivalya. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Ikeme Funa.
Hi, hi.
That's
How
not
are you?
Kaivalya.
It's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Ikime
Okay, so
sounded-
you're talking to somebody else. It's fine. It's fine.
Just give me a minute, Ikime. I will start go with Kaivalya and come back to. Hi, Kaivalya. Good evening.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you? Thank you for
Yeah, I'm
coming.
good too. Thank you for
So
that.
give us a little bit on little bit about yourself, please. Thank you.
Well, I'm into non-IT sector, like customer service. I worked for
Mm.
5 years and I
Mm.
moved to Canada and got married.
Mhm.
And now I'm looking for a non-IT based role.
Non-IT.
Yes,
Okay.
I mean
Well,
completely I don't have coding knowledge.
okay. I think something is bothering you regards to coding, right,
Yeah.
Kavalya? Okay. You know what? I
Yeah.
want to tell you, you are
Uh,
into a webinar where we're talking only IT only.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so don't freak out. Okay, my intention is not to scare you. And it can be a little daunting when you think about moving into IT from a totally non-tech background. You might have many questions like maybe I should have done MCA, maybe we should have done BCA, maybe I should have done BTech. Had I would have had a career. There's nothing was such as that. I used to be a program manager back home in Dell, and I used to give a lot of requirements to the IT team, and I knew how the BA guys do. That's all it took for me, and I learned a little bit of tools, and and I shared the project which I did in previous organizations, and I got my entry as a BA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as hard as you think. Moving into BA it's not difficult, but there is a certain way of preparation required for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in Canada, market is evolving every 2 years. It's not the same. Okay,
Okay.
so, and so it's important for you to understand what it takes for you to go into a BA role as of today. Okay, so that is what you're going to learn from me and the guidance, and I'll make things easy for you. So if you want to, in IT, in BA, there are many roles, right? So there are also BA roles on the project side, business management side also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they are working like product owners. They know the business. They work with process analysts, we call them. That is not IT. Okay. They're representing the business client. But when I talk about IT, we're talking about you working with the project team on the IT side, on the development side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there are BAs who come with QA skills. BA come with data analyst skills. BA come with domain skills. Okay. BA come with some system skills also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So BA is a framework. On top of that, what you specialize in what matters. It is like the foundation of the house.
Okay.
Okay, Kaivalya. So, but I can promise you there is no coding required. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
You have to understand that BA is all about managing the situation in front of you. If
Mm-hmm.
you are a person who is able to clearly understand what is the problem, and you are able to understand the conversation which is happening in the project team, you're able to understand what exactly client wants, and if you're able to deliver to the delivery team, that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there are some tools around it. Okay. So I can make things easy for you. It's not as complicated as you think. Okay. Anyways, thank you for coming. We will learn more. We have a Q&A, and right now I'm just trying to getting to know you, and I want to know what are my folks are looking for so that I can give more information. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Ikime. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. I'm excited to talk to you. Let me know a little bit about you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ikeme Funa. Uh, I have 11 years experience in regulatory compliance in the oil and gas industry.
Okay.
So when it comes to making sure operators are following rules and regulations in that sphere, in that sector,
Mhm.
all the way from their operations when it comes to drilling, exploration, field development plans, facility management plans, safety plans, EIAs, root cause analysis, all through the entire value chain of the oil and gas industry. So basically what I wanted to ask is the name intrigued me, Cloud IT Business Analyst. And I know that, like you've been explaining all this while, that business analytics could be technology or domain. So I just wanted to have an idea if during the course of your putting us through what it is, what it entails, you're going to touch on, since you're talking about cloud IT systems, I'm sure there will be a bit of cybersecurity, maybe a particular topic that you may talk about in terms of cybersecurity. So I just wanted to know if that will be involved in what you're going to be telling us.
Sure. Ikimi, I want to ask you which company you work for?
I
Oil
work
company.
No, I work for a government agency. So I work for the Ministry of Petroleum Resources in Nigeria.
Oh, in Nigeria. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So so in which city are you in right now?
I'm in Canada now at the moment.
Sorry, where?
I'm in Canada.
In Canada, which province?
BC.
BC. Okay. The reason I asked you is Ikimifuna, right now, you can also move in as a BA in oil and gas sector also, based on your past experience.
Okay.
Okay. Oil and gas sector is pretty versatile. You can be working in Gulf and you'll be pretty much doing the same kind of work in other oil sectors also, wherever it is the region. Okay.
Okay.
That domain is the same. Domain knowledge matters a lot. In fact, the highest pay folks or BA guys who make in our country is oil and gas sector. Okay. So you can get a lot of BA roles in Edmonton. There's a lot of BAs for oil and gas sector jobs. There at ATCO, there are so many companies there who are, if you come with the domain skills, I can help you transition that side. In fact, in Edmonton, the job requirement is for BAs is very less compared to somebody's in Toronto. Okay. And talking about cybersecurity, it's a different topic altogether.
Okay.
If somebody wants to become a BA in cybersecurity, they should have worked as a SOC analyst. They should come from that domain. They should have a security knowledge.
Okay. So what you're saying is that cybersecurity and cloud IT, they are different domains.
They're different. Yeah.
Okay.
There is cloud security also. There's something called cloud security also, GRC. Okay, but that's a different conversation. But what I'm saying is I also do cybersecurity programs too. We will discuss that. Okay. We help people move in incident management and SOC also, but it's purely technical.
Okay.
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 If somebody like, Kaivalya was telling me that I don't want to go coding, so I will never recommend her to go into cybersecurity. It will be very overwhelming for her. But I do have people who have started their career there also. But like I said, it's about your passion and interest. If you want to go into cybersecurity, I can help you. But moving into cybersecurity, beyond cybersecurity, I don't recommend because it requires a lot of security skills.
Okay.
But it's more inconvenient for you to go as a B into oil and gas sector based on your past experience, and you actually will get paid more.
Okay.
The starting salary itself in oil and gas sector is nothing less than 105 to 110,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. You have a very interesting domain. Don't think that it's Nigeria. How will I get? It's a transferable skill when it comes to oil and gas sector. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Okay. But the one thing about oil and gas sector is they are into a lot of ERP systems like PeopleSoft, SAP, and all the stuff. Okay, we will discuss more on that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Who's next? Hi, Innocent. How are you? You have a very innocent name. Hi, Innocent. Good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very good. Nice name you have there, Mr.
Yeah,
Innocent.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So how
Yes,
can I help you?
yes, I'm going to be very brief. Just like yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm coming from an accounting background. I have a BSc in accounting, and I have 2 years of basic accounting experience and 3 years of core tax experience. The 3 years is in Canada here. So I'm just here to find out everything about the business analyst, just like as the webinar is talking about, like just here to get more information, basically.
Okay, sounds good. No issues. See, I tell you, Innocent, there are companies like ADP, there are a few accounting companies who do require BA, but that sector is very small, frankly speaking. Okay. But when you decide to go into a BA role, you should be ready to, as a first job, you should be ready to take in any profile, any domain, any sector. Okay. So For that, your skill set should be a certain specific skill set. Based on today's BA, if you talk about somebody becoming BA in 2014, they did not know any, they did not have to know anything about APIs. They didn't have to talk about, nobody was talking about cloud those days. Nobody was talking about migration. Okay. So, but today, BAs are required to know knowledge about migration kind of projects, API related projects, and in some ERPs like ServiceNow, Salesforce, Guidewire. There's so many things, depends on the sector. Okay, but what I'm telling you is BA is a kind of a role in a sense. You can take a project in any domain. As long as you are a kind of, because it takes you only 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you need to go to 0 to 100. You should be ready for the project. How you can do it? I will train you on all those things. But I'm just saying that BA is a kind of guy, you leave it in the forest, he should be able to figure out a way and come out. That's what I'm talking about. If you think you're a kind of guy, you leave you in a forest, you'll find a way and come out, then you can become a BA. What I mean to say is, you need to start asking questions, and from the questions, you'll get answers.
Yeah.
He is the kind of guy. If you're curious, you don't understand, you put yourself out there, ask questions to understand the answers. And that's how you transition to a new project. Okay, I will talk more about that. And by end of this session, we will have another Q&A, and you can you can touch base on. Okay, so guys, it's actually another 30 minutes. I'm gonna come back with you guys again by end of the session. When we have a Q&A, you can also introduce yourself, and I will love to meet rest of the guys also. So I'm gonna start with the program I have planned for you guys today evening. So it's very important that we need to learn, understand how you can move into a tech career as a BA today, because in 2025 is a different year than 2024. Okay, because of our political systems, how it impacts our market, and how we are dependent on US market a lot. Okay, and a lot of consulting firms work offshore from here, so we get a lot of jobs on the US side too. And you also need to understand, before I move into tech sector, where is the job is demand, where the supply is less. If you see yourself in a skill which is low demand, high supply, I can tell you, you are sitting without a job, waiting for a job more than 8 months. So it's very important that, when you move into new career, it's important for you to understand where the demand is high and the supply is less. And that is how you need to start. And you need to make sure the skill which you're taking right now, you don't have to change it for the next 10 years. Okay, so BA jobs had requirements late before, it was different, but today it's different. And that's what we're going to learn today. We as a staffing services, we work in consulting services, we provide staffing services and career mentorship. Our primary work is on the staffing side. So what I do is I work with vendors, and vendors like Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech, Infosys, Randstad, TCS, Wipro, and there are so many Canadian-based vendors and US-based vendors. So we have an office in Chantilly, Virginia, Toronto, and in Edmonton. Edmonton office is more towards catering the folks on the west, and on the central we have Toronto, and then we have, for the US folks, we have offices in Chantilly. So what we do is we do sourcing of candidates both on US and Canada, and I mostly work on the contract side. So it's very important to understand that you want to focus on a career where there are more contract jobs, which means more jobs are coming, people are moving when the contract gets over. So new projects come in. So BA is a kind of role, is a role which is needed in every software development project. Okay, and there are each banks at a given point of time, each of big banks would have 1,000 projects running at a time. Okay, so there are each BAs, we manage close to 4 to 5 projects. Okay, at a given point of time. So how do you be so dynamic? Okay, so we're going to discuss all those things. So what I do is I work with, provide resources. Say, for example, Randstad is account managers sending me an email that, hey, I need this many guys specializing in so much domain. I will source out those candidates from my hot list or from my connections, and eventually I get paid for that. That's what we do. Okay, and we not only train on BAs, we also train folks on cloud data engineering in AWS and Azure. And we also train on folks on cloud DevOps engineering and AWS and Azure. I don't do GCP right now because GCP is not in super demand right now. I wouldn't say like lot demand. See, if you are a GCP consultant, it's very niche. But when I say GCP, I mean Google Cloud Platform. Okay, it's very niche, but not very jobs so frequently. So you might have to wait on it. So you might want to focus on careers which are scope is really high, and you are able to get into any sector. One of the things which I always tell my folks is focus on the technology. Don't focus on a sector like banking, insurance, or anything like that. If you have domain skills, it's fine. But when you have a technology background, this is a techno-functional role. IT business analyst means techno-functional role. So this is what I'm going to train you. And we are the only company who look at this approach, and that's why our success rate is good because I just know that by learning only BA will not cut the game for you because a lot of people will know only BA skills. Okay. But when you are specializing on some technology like a cloud-based technology, right? Or in ServiceNow or in a data analyst roles, it is good. Today, the demand is more on the BA on two sectors. One is cloud engineering, another one is the ServiceNow sector. What is cloud engineering? Cloud engineering is a role where usually these are the engineers who have done their certifications in certain cloud platform, probably AWS or Azure, and they specialize in that knowledge so that any projects where they are migrating towards cloud space, you will exactly know. For example, if TD has got Azure. There's a lot of Azure projects going on. Azure is Microsoft cloud platform. So if you have a Azure cloud engineer certified, then it means that you know how the data migration projects will go, how the DevOps projects will manage. So you as a cloud engineer, see, cloud engineer is nothing but a cloud business analyst, guys. Simple as that. Your business analyst it can be named into different names also. Okay, so don't get freaked out when I say cloud engineer something big. No, it's a knowledge, but it's a title which does different faceted roles. Okay, specialization is good. So this program I have designed it in such a way. I'm also training. Will start in few weeks. Where we do first is training in BA. Second, we give specialization on a particular technology. So that's what we do. So on the cloud engineering, we are training people on AWS, and I'm expecting Azure to pick up. So when Azure comes, you can get yourself a free upgrade. So one of the thing is in my program, when you learn one program from us, you automatically allowed to learn one more program from us for absolutely free. You don't have to pay a dime. Okay. ServiceNow is another program we're talking about where ServiceNow is an infrastructure tool where which is a lot of deployment is happening right now. Is one of the first cloud-based IT infrastructure tool where BAs are required. There's a lot of deployment activities are going on. Having a ServiceNow admin certified with business analyst skill will help you move into this career. Whenever you are going in a particular technology-based BA, and I can tell you there's no coding required. You just need to understand a product. You need to look it as a product. Like if when you buy an Apple phone, it's a product, right? You learn how to move, play around with the phone, and you configure it according to the way you want it. You download the apps and everything, right? You sync in your Gmail with your iPhone, and you sync in your WhatsApp, and you try pretty much after a few months, you know exactly how your tool that Apple phone works, iPhone. Same like that, you also have to learn a product. So we will go in more detail in it. Okay. Any questions so far, guys? Are you with me so far? Any questions at all? Am I confusing you guys? We're doing good.
You're doing wonderful. I just
Thank
came in. I was a little late. I didn't realize the time. I was waiting to start the class. I didn't realize. I thought it was
Hi, Portia.
7:27. I
Okay. Hi, Portia.
apologize.
Happy to have you here.
Nice,
Okay.
nice to see you.
Anyways, if you missed out, don't worry. All the sessions are recorded. So, you will definitely have an opportunity to go into it. Okay. All right. So I will continue the session here. Okay. So this is a little bit about what we do. So, I will be able to guide you into many sectors. Okay. Depends on where your background is. And I want to tell you, it is not a must that you have to go into cloud or service. Now, somebody like Kaivalya said, I am from an insurance background. So I would recommend her to go into Guide. So based with my partners, I can help her certify and help her transition into that side. So there are so many ways to become BA, but it's important for you to understand what is the route you're taking. You will see a lot of BA jobs in the market, hundreds of jobs, but all of them have different job description. Have you noticed that, guys? Yes?
Yes,
Who else
especially
noticed
me.
that?
I know. This is what keeps me coming. It's what
Okay.
has me here is because I want to get in however I can.
Yeah, sure. How many guys have you noticed? Can you put in the chat yes or no? How many people have seen BA job designations, but they all have different kind of little bit of different requirement and you got confused? How many people can say, can you give me an yes or no in the chat, please? Sanjeev is saying yes. Portia says yes and confused. So it is. I so agree with you. And Priyadarshini say yes. Come on, guys. Who else noticed that? Has anybody went through the job description? So we have no idea. Okay, that's interesting. Anybody else? Okay, so you know what? That's what I'm saying. It can get very confusing, especially when you are non-tech and you're planning to choose a certain career and you get a job description and you freak out. And which is very possible because it has happened to me also in the past when I decided to move. So I would want you to understand this. I'm going to decode all those myth and confusion today. Okay, before I go into this thing even more, when you look into, you have to understand BA is a big spectrum. Okay, there are 100 types of BA. There is a BA for guidewire BA. In a banking, there's a tool called PEGA. There is a payments BA. Banking, there's a payment system too. And capital market BA, retail market BA, retail services BA, and then we have supply chain. Then we have a telecom. There's so many. But I want to tell you, telecom is the last place you want to be because they fire people very fast. So think twice before you go into telecom, unless if you are a domain experience.
Yeah, I just fired 1,200 people last week.
I'm sorry to know that. Very sad, but I'm just telling you, telecom guys are terrible. I
Right.
tell you,
Yeah.
I always find that it's in their best interest. They always fire a lot of people. That's not cool. I never recommend telecom.
No,
Banking
I
is fine. Any sector is fine. Take care, careful with supply chain and telecom. These are the two sectors I always tell. One of the best sectors to be in is government sector. They are not in competition. They have all the time in the world, and their projects will go forever. And they have all the budget in the world, and they pay you really sweet money. That's in Ottawa mostly. Okay, so I'm just saying, don't get freaked out. Whenever you go to new career, talk to some people who know about their career, know about the job, get information gathering, and it's easy to give up. You might be easily walking away for something which you can easily do. Somebody like me, I was from a project management background. Of course, it was freaking out to me, but I saw my friends, who moved into IT in front of me. I was like, why not? Let's do it. What am I going to lose? Okay, and I tried it, and lo and behold, I got through in the very first interview. I'm not trying to brag you, but I also put a lot of hours to make sure that I study well. I did a lot of preparation to get there, and I'm going to prepare you exactly the way I did it. So it's not a very difficult thing as you think, but it's very important that don't get freaked out by seeing the job descriptions because that is the whole intention. Most of the times the job descriptions are done by folks who are not IT people, from HR people. Usually it is the same job description they put again and again without correcting it. So, and also they try to overwhelm by making the job descriptions more complicated. It's also a way of eliminating the people who are not ready for the roles too. As long as you see a job description, you are able to do 50% of the work, you should be able to apply. And after my training, you'll be able to do that. Okay. So today we're going to talk about more on the business analyst and also in the cloud area. And I'm going to talk about some job market trends, demand discussions, training modules, features of training and placement services, and some Q&A. Okay. Guys, this is the report as of 2025 February. Okay, which is this month. In Canada, the market is picking up really good for BAs. Okay, we did not train BA roles last year after mid when the market was very slow. We started again because we saw a lot of folks moving into our jobs or candidates going to jobs, a lot of momentum in that area. So we are again starting to help people right now. So you got to understand BA is a mix of blend of traditional business analysis with specialized industry knowledge and technical expertise. If you think that specialization is not important, and no, then you're going south. Okay. Portia, you have a question?
Just very quick. I wanted to know because it says in-demand business analysis roles in Canada.
Yeah.
So, with your school, are we are the jobs that we take, can they have relocation as well as can you work, like what percentage of business analysts work from home? I may have missed that. I don't
Oh,
know.
sure. You're from Boston, right?
Yes, I live in Boston,
Okay.
Massachusetts.
There are so many jobs out there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I
You
went on
know,
Indeed today after speaking to you. Quite like
yeah,
13,000 in Boston.
yeah. It's like overflowing with BA jobs over there. But there
Yeah,
is a
but it's not,
method to
you
get into
don't
that
get
job.
paid as much. You don't get paid as much though.
Again, depends on which sector. Somebody like banking sector will pay less. Insurance pays more. Oil and gas pays even more. Okay, so it also
Oh
depends
yeah.
upon which domain are you in. It's not the same everywhere. Okay, it depends on employer. It depends on the sector. It depends on what technology you know. It depends on how many experience you have. There are so many factors which will determine. That's why you will see for a BA role you will see the salary ranging from 88,000 or 80,000 or 85,000 goes all the way till $130 per hour. Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm just not mentioning just Canada here too, but US also has tremendous opportunity. It's a great year for US guys. And I can see there's a lot of investments coming in, which means a lot of IT projects going to kick in, and job market is really up for a blast. The next 4 years is the next great 4 years for Americans, especially, and it also helps Canadians too. So what I wanted to do is Portia, just hold on to your question. We're going to have a Q&A session in the end, and I'm going to come around and answer all the questions for you guys. Is that
I
okay?
didn't, yeah, I didn't have another question. I didn't lower the hand. I left it up there. I apologize.
That's all right. No. I was just, I think you missed that part. We're going to have a Q&A in the end. Just hold on to it, and we're going to attend all those questions for you, okay? I do want to let you know that, when you move into a new career, it's very important that you don't just I know money is important, but it's about first getting into that role. That's more important. And once you go into the role and you finish one full year or one cycle of from the projects from implementation till deployment, you will get the confidence. And after that, money is there, a lot of money is there. Money is no issue, but it's all about learning the skill. So it's important to learn the skill to step into IT. And once you go in as a BA, I've seen a lot of people branching out into Scrum Masters and business systems analysts, and some people become architects, developers, and whatnot. But it's a great place to entry. Okay, so there are different kind of business analyst roles, guys. You have to be you have to be very focused over here. You will see some job description business analyst, but they will have descriptions like Python. We want SQL. We want Power BI. That's not a business analyst role. It's a data analyst role. Okay. Have you guys, anybody noticed that? Yes? Anybody notice that? Can you give me a yes or no in the chat? Has anybody noticed a BA designation with data analyst openings description? Have anybody noticed that? And did it confuse you guys? I don't know what's going on here. I get a lot of questions, people telling me that, Sudhish, I don't know Power BI, I don't know SQL. How am I going to go to BA? You don't need it. Anything to do with data related backend projects, there are database guys working over there. There are ETL guys working there. They will take care of it. As a BA, your primary role is to help the development team and the solution architect help them with the solution. You're the intermediate person between the stack. Don't have expectations in your mind that if I don't know those skills, it's gonna no. BA guys, primary skill is on the development side. We are not data analysts. If you know a little bit of SQL, it's fine. If you don't know, don't freak out. You can find somebody in your project and get the data from if you want to customer data, you can get it. Okay. So that's how you solve that problem. Okay.
Hi, sorry, Sudhish. My
Yeah.
apologies. I just need to step it out. This is Vahini.
Hi.
Is it possible to have a phone call on 101 like tomorrow? Can we
Yeah.
schedule that?
Yes, please. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
So at what time you want me to call you?
I'm reachable anytime in the noon between 12 to 4. I'm available.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.
Okay. Sure. We'll connect. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back. So there are 4 commonly roles over here. We're talking about which are in demand right now. This is a demand right now I'm talking about. This is not a data of last 2 years or 2022 or 2023. Financial business analyst, it's nothing but business analyst from the banking sector. And if you want to move into a banking sector, it's not very not difficult, but you have it depends. In banking, there are different departments. One of the most challenging department I usually don't recommend people to move is capital market, because you need to have knowledge of how capital market works. It's a very domain specific, but otherwise other roles in the BA you can take financial sectors. One of the most dynamic roles of BA roles in financial sector is digital banking. You know how you in your notifications you get from your bank account, you know how much balance you have, your approval for so and so, credit card details, how much you're spending. Those notifications which is sent to you, it's digital banking. Okay, so there's a lot of role in that. If you are from the bank, then we can help you move inside the banking role as a BAs, and I can guide you on that. Okay, so there is different sectors in BA. So based on the job description, we can give you a real, insight on what kind of how you need to prepare for those. But naturally, when you're going for a BA interview, there are some job descriptions are they're very specific on some systems. Then you don't want to go in for that. But there are many job descriptions you can come across where you are required to know on the domain side, like whatever sector you come in. So, but that's what it is. Financial business analyst is for the people who are coming from banking sector, but it doesn't restrict anybody else from outside to also to go. But like I said, BA, you should be able to apply in any sector to get a job. Technical business analyst, these are the guys who come with who are not exactly like based on particular systems, but they are the people who help the solution architects with identifying what kind of technology solutions they can give for the problem. Okay, and these are the guys who usually come from a development background, and they are very tech savvy. And some people had a confusion, am I supposed to become a technical business analyst? The answer is no. Nobody's forcing you to become a technical business analyst. It's your choice. If you think somebody is very sound technically, who can understand the whole architecture, then yes, it's your natural path. If you're not, then you can become a project manager, you can become a release manager, or you can become an expert in some technology, or you can become a cloud engineer, like that. Okay, then we're talking about business systems analyst. Business systems analyst is somebody like who specialize in some systems. So the program which I am planned, the training I am giving you is a business systems analyst training, literally. So I will be transitioning you from 0 to 100, and you will learn the first half of the training. You will learn about what are the various things a business analyst should do, and the second part of the training is you will specify in some technology. Some might go on the cloud side, somebody would go on the some like ServiceNow tools, Guidewire tools, or something like that, and or Salesforce, something like that. But right now, I do want to tell you, I know somebody was talking about Salesforce. I do want to tell you the Salesforce market is slow right now, so you might want to think twice before you go into Salesforce. Okay, like I said, the technologies, you have to be very careful what you study, because you don't want to study and then scratching like, why am I not getting interview calls? That should not be the case. So it's very important that when you pick a system, we have to make sure that it's trending. Okay, so for that we have AWS cloud, and then we also have support on some people to move on the Guidewire sector insurance, or we can help you guys move into ServiceNow too. We'll talk more on that. So, and then we talk about business integration analyst. It's also a business analyst. As a BA, what is integrations? See, a particular system will integrate with various other applications. Okay, so for example, if a company is deploying a new application, okay, new CRM, basically it's understood that it is going to integrate with many other applications in that organization. So if you're in that particular project, then you should know what is APIs, how is the data, what kind of data needs to be captured between systems, data mapping, data modeling. These are the things you're going to learn in this training program, boot camp. So it's especially for that. So today, the training which I'm covering you, it will prepare you to take down any projects based on business systems analyst roles. you can take down business integrations analyst roles and a regular BA jobs too. I also provide specialization on the data analyst also, but I don't want to give too much. It's not possible for anybody to learn everything. But as long as you know how integration project works, how you can specialize on a certain systems, that's more than enough for you. Okay, great. So now the industries which are hiring business analyst is healthcare, banking, telecom, retail, insurance sector. Okay, this is where you're seeing a lot of jobs coming in. So if you talk about why not oil and gas? Oil and gas is a different deal altogether. And then we have government sectors also. It's not mentioned here, but government sectors also regularly, they are not affected by anything, like I said. Okay, if you're talking about banking, any other sector, it's very important for them. The timing is everything. If they want to start any project, they want to finish it in a certain time so that they can get the return on the investments. Okay, but government firms, they don't work that way. They're not worried about any returns, anything. They're talking about features and development. So a lot of projects keep coming. They pay really well, and there's a huge possibility of going full time too. Okay, so usually the government jobs are mostly on the Ottawa. So the region where you are living, it also impacts on what kind of jobs you are going to get. Somebody's in a Toronto side might get jobs from banking, telecom, retail, insurance sector, healthcare. Somebody from the Ottawa will get more jobs on the government sector. Somebody who's in the Montreal will get more on the supply chain. Somebody who's getting in living in BC will get supply chain, oil and gas sector, and forestry. And same goes for Alberta also. Alberta will be having more oil and gas sector and forestry and governments. Okay, and healthcare also. There's a lot of jobs comes around that. So Alberta Health Services has a very good technology background. There's a lot of opening come there too. So, like I said, Edmonton is a blue collar city, but if you see, there's a lot of IT jobs coming up on the oil and gas sector. So your region where you live matters more. Okay, and talking on the same terms, we also talk about something called rejection criteria. Say if you're sitting in, applying for a job in Toronto and you're in BC, there's a huge possibility that your resume might be rejected because when you come, there's a rejection criteria which a lot of people are not aware of it, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people because the rejection criteria is programmed into ATS, right? So when you're applying in the applications, so we in this program we also teach you how to eliminate handle these rejection criteria, which will reduce your rejection criteria by almost like 50%. And that's one of the reasons why my folks in my batch, they usually get more interview calls. Your resume needs to be ATS friendly. And apart from applying in LinkedIn and Indeed, there are so many other dynamic portals also you can apply where people will interview people, they will reach out to you. So LinkedIn is the last place I would like to apply because LinkedIn has got a lot of jobs are not calibrated. There's a lot of fake jobs there. But compared to Indeed, you'll find better job in Glassdoor and Indeed. And also there are many other portals too, which we use it in the staffing. So these are the many things you need to keep in mind before you move into a tech sector. Okay, so just by having some shabby resume with not good preparations will not going to give you interview calls. That's one of the reasons why people don't get interview calls because they don't know what is required between them and they don't understand the gap between the candidate and the job market. So my role is to help you understand the gap and train you on that. And of course, you also have to do a lot of self-learning. So it's very important for you to be cognizant about so many other factors can also impact your job. That's what we call is the overall time what it takes for you to wait for a job. If you do this, if you're cognizant about how to reduce your rejection criterias, if you know how your resume is to be ATS friendly, okay, and when the resume interview comes, where to apply for the jobs, okay, and this can reduce your average wait time from 4 to 5 months to 2 months. Okay, so these are the things are very important. So we make the resumes which we make for you are ATS friendly, and we will specially train you on this, how to make sure that your resume is ATS friendly, how to reduce rejection criteria. There's a small crash training we do, which really reduces all those wait time. So currently, as of now, based on Glassdoor, there are close to 1,544 business analyst positions available across Canada, and US, it's going in thousands. Okay, US is a fantastic market. If you are in the US already, it's a done deal for you. So, but there are so many business analysts into jobs out there. How can I get one? It's not difficult, but I will not tell you. It can get difficult if you don't prepare well. Okay, you need to have a certain skill set and certain keywords of certain technology in your resume. For example, like I said, Salesforce is not trending. So if you become a Salesforce BA, I can guarantee tell you, you're looking and waiting for a job at least for 8 months. Because one of the reasons is Salesforce is growing very fast, and the technology itself is evolving very fast. For a beginner to keep up with this evolving technology is very difficult. But there are some technologies which you have certifications can help you move into the job, like ServiceNow and like a cloud engineer have a cloud associate certifications, and we'll give you special training on the cloud infrastructure after the BA training that helps you move in as a cloud BA. Okay, and having these skills can open the doors for many sectors for you. It brings a lot of value for you. Okay, if there are 10 candidates in front of me, I'm also a hiring manager. And if I see 9 out of them do not have cloud specialization, and even if I have one candidate who has knowledge in cloud specialization and has a cloud project and knowledge they have, I will go for that guy. Simple as that. There's no rocket science. So today, cloud is the future. Anybody who has knowledge of cloud platforms, your future is guaranteed. You don't have to have any job for the next 10 years. Okay. So next, entry-level opportunities for recent graduates. There are about 148 new graduate business analysts also opening, suggesting accessible entry points. But if you are a new candidate, it's a different scenario in US and different in Canada. US, it's not a problem. You can still get some internship here and there in your work year. In Canada, usually you might not find much of an internship. Okay, so what we can do is I can tie you up with some of my clients where you can work at an entry level, or where you can work as an unpaid intern. Okay, and we can help you with that, where you can gain experience. Okay, and you can work for junior roles. For example, one of my candidate got a junior BA role in RBC. Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay, next is salary insights. Okay, what is the average salary are we looking at? It is very important when you put your time into a certain career, it's important how much return on investments you're going to get. Okay, the average annual salary of a BA in Canada or US, you're looking at somewhere trending around 90,000. Okay, and you can still say you start from 80 to 95. If you don't negotiate well, somebody's going to steal a lot of money from you. So we're going to teach you all those negotiation skills and everything, how to do that. Senior positions, senior BAs usually start the salary from 105,000 and it goes on till 120 max. Okay. Then we have BA managers too. Those guys make somewhere north of 120 to 140,000. That's the Canada. But in US, they can cross 150 to 160 also. It depends on how dynamic the role is and depends on what technology they are working in. Like I have a friend of mine who's working in the Infosys as a ServiceNow project manager and also a BA manager. His take-home salary in Canada itself is like close to 160,000, right? So it depends on which vertical you are in. It makes a lot of difference on the money you're going to make. Okay, so it is very important that the technology base which you're choosing on top of layering up with BA, you need to be very careful in identifying what technology you want to bring in. The technology which we're talking about, like ServiceNow or a cloud BA, especially in AWS or Azure, this skill set can increase your paycheck, and also it can give you job security, and also it will reduce the average wait time to get into an interview. And also, when you position yourself, I can tell you that 70% of the interviews when you work in a technology specialization is 75% questions on the technology, 25% on the BA. So don't freak out. It's doable because we're going to teach you all the architecture and everything. Regional variations. So, for example, if it's Alberta, you're looking at a BA business analyst earning. Actually, Alberta guys earn more too because of the sector of oil and gas sector. Like I said, they're averaging between 95 to 122,000. They earn really well, technology guys. And but compared to job market is more on the east side, which is on the Toronto and Ottawa, Montreal, those regions. Obviously, jobs are more, but wherever you are in, Okay, when you specialize on the technology, like I'm telling you, and a BA you become in that, you have more chances of getting remote jobs. Somebody was asking me, will I get remote jobs? Yes, if you are specializing on a technology. If not, then get ready to go to office at least 2 to 3 days a week. That's how it goes. Okay. So talking about career outlook. So as of today's study, as per jobvc.com, just give me a minute. I'm just going to connect the charger to my phone, laptop. Just give me a second, please. Thank you. I appreciate your patience. So I'm going to share the screen. So today, at the rate of, there is a steady growth of 15% annual increase as of now, as of February. But after the elections, and we are expecting a growth of at least 30 to 40%, which is still great for a career in BA, because we're expecting more investments, and with the government change, we're expecting more jobs coming in. But if you're in the US, you don't have to worry about annual increase at all, because there's a lot of jobs in US market anyway. So it's a fertile ground right now. For the guys who are in Canada, how can you secure a job in US? You got to be a citizen. Okay. And if you have TN visa, fine. If you don't, then we will connect you to vendors who will make the arrangement for TN visa for you. And talking about if you are a PR, you can still working for a consulting firms who are giving offshore services for US clients. Okay, there are companies like that where you don't have to be a citizen, so still you can work for US projects, but as long as you don't travel and you're paid in Canadian dollars, and then you don't have to worry. You can still work for a firm in Canada, which is giving an offshore consulting services for clients in US. For if you are work permit, then you can only work in Canada until you become a PR or a citizen. Okay. To summarize that, like I said, business analyst is definitely a promising opportunity, and it is the very low weight career. So one thing you want to understand is when you are going to move into technology, you never want to go into more technical studies. You don't want to go something heavyweight, because it gets really hard from a non-tech to a tech background, especially when you're trying to move into a hardcore technology like solution architect or cybersecurity. It's very daunting. The average study time itself is 7 months. By the time you want to move to career, it's gonna go 9 months. So you don't want to make your life so horrible, but it's not a bad idea. If you can do it, good for you. But when you're moving to a new career in a tech, make sure it's lightweight. As long as you're taking something like BA, it's more doable and manageable, because it's got a lot to do with communication skills, and the tools are not that heavy. And if you specialize in some technology, and with that knowledge, you can still manage it on. Okay. So one second, I just do want to talk about one more thing here. So this is about that, and I'm the trainer for business analyst, guys. So what I do is, of course, you are going to have access to the learning management systems. This is not just a certification training. Here we prepare you for a job. Okay, so I'm a solution provider, so I know exactly what it takes to get into a job. So that's what we do. We get you trained on technologies and skills which are in demand today. So that's what I bring in, and it's a very mentorship driven activity. Okay, because you need a lot of ground level knowledge, the market knowledge, for you to make sure that you transition. It's a strategy. Anybody who has a strategy to move into a job, you can. Okay, so you don't, because today's job market is very different. If you have a skill which is outdated, then don't expect interview calls. You have an average wait time will increase from 4 months to 12 months. Okay, so like some technologies which are trending is what we're talking about right now. So you are going to have plenty of case studies which we're going to discuss, assessments which are completely practical based. So you're going to have a hands-on tools you'll have access to, and the lot of BA activities. They do a lot of analysis activities. They do a lot of UML diagrams. They do requirements documentations. different documents they document, and there are ways to develop. The most popular software development lifecycle is agile technology. So you are going to learn a lot about that and waterfall, and there are many key things. So we are not doing a textbook studies over here. So this is a practical learning, guys. Okay. So when I give you interview questions, so you're going to be, you will know exactly, what kind of scenario, how am I going to question, how I'm going to answer live interview questions. Okay, your capstone projects for your resume, transferable skills, we will make it for you so that you can showcase those skills for the interview. Okay, and also every CV is personalized. uh, so we pick up what are the key things which we can highlight to show transferable skills. Okay, so it's very important that your prior experience, we need to show transferable. Not only that, like I said, a resume needs to have ATS friendly, which means that there are some keywords with the job wants should be in your resume. So the training will be given in such a way that you will have knowledge of those tools, which will be reflecting in your resume and also in your LinkedIn, so that your resume will get selected. So there are so much of background work needs to be done. So I will be helping you with everything. And of course, mock interviews. I will be giving you 2 mock interviews for each person after the training. And, you will have to pass those mock interviews for us to help you with the pre-marketing phase. Pre-marketing phase is where we help you prepare your LinkedIn. Interview prep guide is given to you. We help you market your resume. We help you the background verifications and everything. And I do want to tell you there is no contractual obligations with me. I don't do any contracts. I don't take any percentage from you. Okay. This training for US guys, the overall fee for your training, background verification, and resume market is 1,400 USD. For Canadians, if you're just doing only, if you're doing for US guys also, if you're doing only BA, and Sudesh, I don't want to do any technology training, I want to do only BA, then it's going to be only 1,100 for you. Okay, for 1,100 USD. But if you're doing I want specialization on the technology, like I said, it's important, then you're paying 1,400 USD. For Canadians, if you're doing only BA training, it's somewhere between $1,600 to $1,700. But if you're doing specialization on training, I make it as a package is $2,000, and we offer you close to 3 to 4 installments, which makes it convenient for you to make the payment. Okay, this is a little bit about it, but I do want to talk about our curriculum too. This curriculum is designed by me, and I've taken a lot of time to understand what exactly you need to learn. As a BA, it's very important that you will be in a project, and you'll be in a project in an initiation phase, planning and design phase, implementation phase, testing phase, deployment phase. So it's very important to understand each of the software development lifecycle. What is your role? Okay, like I said, this is a job preparation training. So it's important for you to know what you have to do in every phase of software development lifecycle, and which will prepare you for the job. So we are going from the basic. If you're not from an IT background, it's okay. Don't freak out. So I started from a non-IT background, and I'm here now. So same way, so I know exactly what it takes to get you. So we will start you from literally from the basics, like what is BA, and slowly I will go into the depth of it, and you'll start understanding various activities from initiation phase, how to do different kind of analysis, and what are the activities in planning and design phase, how to write epics and user stories, what is the role of a product owner, how as a BA you are working with product owners. What if you are the product owner? How are you going to do? And there are different kind of documentations like business requirement document, functional document, non-functional documents, and there are tools like documents like RTM. These are comes under waterfall technology, software development lifecycle. But if you're an agile, you don't need all these things. I don't want to get into the details of it and confuse you, but it will prepare you for a tech BA job, like I said. Okay. And if some of you guys would like to specialize on data side, then I can make you arrangement, because we also have a data analyst training also coming up. So you guys can learn SQL, Python, Power BI, and all those things. For technology BA, it's important for you to understand what is APIs, what is microservice architecture, data migration process, ATL, which is extract, transform, and load data. All this knowledge you need to have. So you might be thinking like, Sudesh, how am I going to learn everything? I'm telling you, you just need to understand what it is. Nobody's going to ask you definition. Okay, you need to understand what it is so that you can have those learned conversation in the interview. So it's important for me to prepare you for the interview. I need to give you so much of learning, the training, so that you can understand and deliver in the interview. And it's a matter of only 2 or 3 interviews, and you should be able to get it to. Most of my candidates will make it in 2 interviews or 3 max. Okay, I've never come across my training candidates failing for multiple interviews. It's never happened like that. Testing phase, it's very important. Like I said, some BAs, if you are a QA, you can also become a BA. These guys will know how to do software testing. So we will learn at a high level. We do as a BA, we don't have to learn deep dive into testing activities. We don't. You will learn how to deliver and work with testing people in your regular projects, and how to create the test scripts and everything. Deployment phase. One of the important area as a BA will work is the deployment phase, where we have started the project from inception. We have designed it, developed it, tested it, and now it's coming the time of deployment. Deployment is a time where BAs highly engage with the clients. They're going through the various features with the client and ask for. We are doing the demo with them, making sure that they're agreeing that this is what I asked for, and they're giving us a thumbs up. So as a project team, they really look up to BAs. BAs are literally the star of the project, guys. We are the Captain America of the project. We are respected highly because we are able to manage the project team and the delivery team. It's a lot. I do want to tell you that. Do you need to have a really good communication for it? No. As long as you have a communication skill where you are able to objectively, specifically, and you're able to articulate what exactly the client wants, and you're able to document it, and we help the developer. One of the key things of a business analyst, I'll always tell all my candidates is, BA's role is complete only when you are able to effectively explain the developer exactly what the client wants. Okay, and that's when your work will get done. So it's very important. Okay, so we need to speak a very simple language. Documentation should be simple. We don't have to be William Shakespeare. Okay, very simple. Okay, coming down to this. So of course, like I said, specialization of cloud is very important. So part of this program, we will learn AWS or Azure cloud engineering. As long as you know one of the platforms is more than enough. But AWS or cloud, like I said, the second part of the training is you're going to learn the cloud infrastructure. You can go into a live training if you have all the time, or we will give access to the recordings. We can just, which you can finish it off in 3 weeks. Okay, so with that you can have a cloud associate certification, and we can have you done capstone projects where you can show cloud migration projects from on-prem. You can show that. So that brings you more job opportunities for you. And front-end development people is more for the systems analyst guy. It's not required to you. Server-side, client-side, we will discuss. We'll talk about APIs. We will talk about responsive design. We will also talk a lot about the UI UX user experience buzzwords and all, because most of the projects you are working on the front end projects, so which is the most easy projects too. So you will learn, how to do diagrams and prototypes, and so that you can. There are tools to create prototypes, so you will learn those tools like Balsamic and everything. There are requirements management tools like Jira, TFS. You'll be learning Confluence. So it's a lot of tools you are going to learn. So this is the different kind of steps we're talking about training. So that's a little bit about the phase one is obviously the BA. Second is the specialization, domain or technology, and phase three is certification phase. Based on the domain or technology you're choosing, I will guide you with what certification you need to take. And fourth is the pre-marketing phase. With the marketing phase, what we do is, I want to be very clear about it. I'm a vendor. So what I do is, like, I highlight and I send the hot list of candidates who we have to my vendors, both in US and Canada. And based on the hot list, whatever they come and approach us, and we help the folks market their resume to our potential vendors. And we have different strategies to teach you how to market yourself as well. So that's a little bit about this. A lot of clients, folks are working. And so there are, in business analysts, there is different kind of roles over here. I don't want to confuse you. So I know I've taken a lot of time, but I just want to quickly go into Q&A and open the floor to Q&A, and let me take some few questions and answer some few questions. So guys, I'm ready and excited to listen from you and to answer your questions. Go ahead. Whoever has questions, you can just raise your hand.
I wrote mine down.
I'm sorry, one second. If you have a question, just use the emoji in the bottom of your screen. Just use a raise hand emoji so that I can come over and reach out to you guys. Okay. So yes, Portia, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak out of turn.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I wanted to know. I wrote down just 3 questions.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, with this program, what can you connect to become senior, or how long will it take to be top in your field from your experience?
When you say top in your field, you mean like become a
Senior
senior
lead.
business analyst?
Senior, what is it, principal after that?
You mean senior business analyst or a BA manager? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a great question. If you have 2 years of experience, pretty much in third year, you will have junior BAs under you. And it also depends on what kind of leadership skills you show. Okay. I still remember in my first job, my first project, when I was working, they quickly gave me almost like 4 to 5 projects. More projects you're getting is a good thing for you. Okay. If they're not offering you projects, which means they're not confident on you. So it depends on where you are and what your time. So I would say by the time you finish your 1 year, you are really good by taking down the future projects. So somebody can become senior project in 3 years. Some people don't want to be a senior project. Some people work only on contracts. I work only in contracts. I don't work full time because contract pays more. I can pay myself more, but full time I need to pay a lot of tax. But as a business entrepreneur in contracting, it's more beneficial for me. So I don't really care. It's a senior BA or whatever. All I care is how much are you paying me per hour? That's what matters for me. Did I answer your question, Portia?
Yes, you did. But you
Depends
said
on what you want. Yeah.
I read up. I'm a quick reader, so since I spoke to you, I read up a little bit. So with the contracting, do you share that with us in the course as well? The difference between
like
working
how to win the contract?
No. The difference between working for now that I read up the field, now I read a little bit on it. The difference between being a business a worker inside like a company, or being a business consultant and being, like you said, a contract, a contractor.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It's a whole different conversation. I will definitely have it. Yeah, definitely. I do teach and discuss about that with my training candidates, because there's a huge possibility. There's almost good 90% chances they will be in a contract job.
I understand. I do.
And it's good. It's very good to go to contract. Yes, as a little bit of hustle, but it's good. It gets you into a job much faster. It's good, and you can learn more in a contract job than a full-time. If you get a full-time, good for you. Nothing stops you. Some people, there are candidates who come to me and they ask me only for full-time. They are comfortable. It gives them the peace of mind. But contract is also good. When you start into a new career, the first 1 year you might find it only takes 6 months. Until 6 months, you'll feel, your stomach churning in a project. But after 6 months, you'll be laughing. It's another day at work. You feel anxious the first few months, but after that, you're going to be just all right. But when it comes to money wise, what pays you more is contract, but no benefits. Sick days, you don't get paid. Okay, Portia. But if you are full time, you get those benefits. That's what it is. Yes, of course we teach. Okay, thank you. Hi, Vishali. You're welcome. Hi, Vishali.
Hey, hi. My name is Vishali. I'm from India. Like I did my engineering. It's been like 9 years now. I don't have any IT background experience, but I do here part-time jobs. It's like full-time hours I do, but not relevant to the IT. Now I need to move to the IT. Is that possible without any experience in IT to land a job here in this market?
As a BA, you need to show at least some kind of capstone project. It's very
Okay.
important.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can connect you to vendors who take junior candidates. That's very possible. Where are you located?
I'm from Toronto.
Okay, yeah. There are firms who are smaller, medium firms and marketing firms. They want BAs to manage
Okay.
their clients. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to start somewhere, so you can do that. Okay.
Okay.
And work there for a few months to gain some experience, and quickly you can jump into some financial institutions. Financial
Okay.
institutions will have junior level jobs, but
Okay,
when
because
you are
like
jumping,
I tried like for past 1 year because my husband is from RBC.
yeah,
From his side also he tried, but without any Canadian experience, I can't even like go to the interview level.
yeah, that's what I said. You need to gain some Canadian experience. You need to
Mm-hmm.
work with small firms, and then you have
Okay.
to go. So there is no shortcut. Okay.
Okay.
So you're working for, so one of my candidates recently moved in as a BA for Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Because fortunately, RBC, there's a lot of Salesforce activity going on, and
Okay.
your husband will know that. So is he from IT side?
Yeah.
So you'll know a lot of Salesforce activities going on.
Okay.
So candidate moved in as a junior Salesforce BA in RBC. So, but she was just lucky. But like I said, when you specialize in cloud, when you specialize in technologies like ServiceNow, technology is technology. They don't ask you. As long as you have technology knowledge, they're still ready to take you.
Okay.
So this is how you solve the experience problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just a generic BA and you're not ready to go into learn any technology, then you'll have experience issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to make a hot commodity, you have to understand just because everybody is doing something, that doesn't mean they are right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I first became moved as I was doing my guideware certification, people thought that I'm crazy. Okay.
Okay.
Even today, there are guideware consultants only like 300 or 400 people in the whole Canada, not much. Okay. But it's
Okay.
very neat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. You need to take that risk to learn the new technology. Just because 10 people don't know, that doesn't mean that you're wrong.
Okay.
I'm the only person who's talking about ServiceNow so loud here, and nobody else. A lot of people don't even know what is ServiceNow, but I'm telling you, there's
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's okay, Portia. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
ServiceNow is a cloud platform. Okay, you need to check my YouTube channel. I have done a special video on that. I can share it with you guys in email.
Yeah, sure.
ServiceNow is a cloud platform. There's a lot of deployment going on. It's a future career. It's going into AI. So somebody like Vaishali was struggling, like, Sudhish, I don't have Canadian experience. What can I do? Okay, are you PR or work permit, Vaishali?
Yeah, PR, I'm PR.
Okay, what's the big deal? You're a PR. So all you have to do is get a technology which is in trending, which is in
Okay.
high demand. If you
Okay.
have a skill which is in high demand, they don't worry about experience. Okay, but you have this knowledge. Okay,
Okay.
let's give it a shot. You have to understand one thing. In Canada, 50% is skill set, 50% they go with what they feel about you. Are you a dynamic person? They need to get the confidence that if I give this job to this person will take care of it as an individual contributor. With very less supervision, they can take over. I'm confident that if I bring this person in, they can take over the project in 2 weeks. That confidence you have to give. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like I said, it's all about managing the situation. PA interviews or technology interviews generally, it is not like interview. It's more of like a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. In your case, technology specialization is very important. So that way, you can go in as a junior also. One of my friend, she's a ServiceNow developer. So she did admin certification and developer certification. She got into Infosys with zero experience,
Okay.
zero IT experience. Forget about service. She was working for customer care agent. Her name is Lydia Ponraj. She's a developer in Infosys. Zero experience. Am I answering your question?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Get the
you.
technology on your belt, and then you see wonder will happen.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how you solve.
Sounds great. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next question, guys. I think let's check in the chat. A lot of people, okay, ServiceNow. Training. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Sadiq, sorry, I have a quick question. Can
Yeah.
someone go for guidewire certification without having the job in a insurance industry? I think it's sponsored by the
You
company.
can get your coupons. You can get your coupons. There is a company called Fiestech. Okay. Fiestech, they are in Delhi. Okay.
Okay.
And New Delhi in India.
Yeah.
And if you can send me a WhatsApp, I can send you. There's a guy called Abhishek,
Mhm.
and who runs that company, and I think he's account manager there.
Okay.
And they specialize in guidewire training. Okay. Yeah. So they have some arrangements. You can take certification only from guidewire partners.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So you will need to reach out to this person and they can help you. Right now, the hottest certification at an entry level is ACE. Okay. So you can reach out to them and what is your background, Sanjeev? I mean, what is
No,
your
actually, basically, I'm from the cybersecurity. So I've been long experience in cybersecurity, more than 10 years. Right. So no issue about the job things. Well, it's for one of my son, right? So I'm just thinking to
So
put him in.
guidewire is really good, but provided they have domain experience. Somebody who don't have domain experience in insurance sector, a little bit of challenge, but it's okay. We can, because if you go Fiestech, they have separate programs for policy center, billing center, and claim center.
Correct.
So if it is for your son, you're asking for, tell him to start with policy center first.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah, I have a pretty good knowledge on that side because I have a buddies in the States, and they are in a guidewire domains, and even I worked as a guidewire tester for in Manitoba, Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So, but
no, that will be good. I mean, you would still get an entry because there are not many consultants in that area. There is a lot of demand. If he does the certification, usually recently one of my candidate, I got her a BA job in CGI. Today only she got offer letter.
Awesome. Because
But,
earlier, I explored earlier, like a couple of 2 years ago, and I come to know that if somebody is already employed with the company, then they can sponsor the candidate for that. Otherwise, individually, we cannot go for that certification.
Yeah, you can, but sometimes they don't even give sponsorship also. The companies, these guys are
No.
crazy.
Sponsorship means the company has to apply on your behalf. Like you should be a part of. You are right. You should be a part of.
If you have a good relationship with the manager, okay. If you have a good manager, then consider your work is done.
Right. Yeah. No.
If your manager is a little then it becomes an issue, right?
Yeah.
So but reach out to me, and I can lead you. I can get you, guided project resume, whatever you want. I have interview questions, everything with me.
Yeah.
So reach
this
out
is
to me.
possible. Can you please ping in the chat the name of the institution so I can explore little on at my behalf?
Okay, just give me a minute. I'll get you right away.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
No problem. That's okay. Any other questions, guys?
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Theodore. I'm talking from the US. I am interested in ServiceNow training. Please, can you throw more light on that?
I'm sorry, your voice is not very clear, Theodore. Can you repeat again?
I am interested in ServiceNow training.
Okay.
I'll be very happy to get details about that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Theodore, how about we get off a phone call, and because this is a program which offers BA and ServiceNow, because in ServiceNow, if you want to do well, then you need to have an implementation skill set. Okay, so it is must for you to have admin certification in ServiceNow tool. Plus, you also have to do a CIS, Certified Implementation Specialist certification in ITSM. Like ITIL, ITSM, IT Service Management, you have to do certification. Plus, you need to have a good hands-on knowledge on the tool. So we have currently 2 ServiceNow trainings going on. There's another one which will be starting anytime in the month of March or April. But why don't you talk to me over the phone and I can guide you, Theodore? How about we get on a phone call tomorrow?
Okay. What contact is best for you? Can you give me a contact list? Maybe on the chat.
Sure. Just in case, I will give my contact number. You guys can have a quick note on this.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you can talk to me. So, see, I tell you something. The easiest way to go into ServiceNow is as a BA. Okay.
Okay.
ServiceNow is you have a lot of tool to learn. If you're just doing admin certification, it's a different thing. But if you want to get into only in ServiceNow, then you need to learn the CIS, ITSM, and also you have to learn HRSD, that is HR platform, or there's also CSM platform too. There are modules like SAP. Okay, this is a different conversation altogether. Okay, so we are a exclusive ServiceNow training provider, and we have a deep knowledge on guiding you. So let's get on a phone call, Theodore, tomorrow, and we will detail on that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Any other questions, guys?
I just had one. I don't want to take
go
the
ahead.
question, Mel. I just wanted to know, with the ServiceNow, I haven't watched the YouTube video yet to know what it is.
Yeah.
But again, with the business analyst, with this course, do we look to conjoin anything we already have? Like going forward, you're going to need to add like a specialty.
For a BA role, you have to do Scrum Master certification. Scrum Master and Product Owner certification is required, which only takes you 4 to 5 days to complete. It's very easy. It's not very difficult. After my training, you will be able to complete that training. Okay. And especially in your case, Portia, I know that you've done as AWS Solution Architect training you've done. Okay, Cloud, that's more than enough for you to transition. You don't need to do any other certification. Okay, but if you want to go and specialization in cloud, that's a different. I can help you because you've done solution architect training. But if you want to go in ServiceNow, of course I can. But since you are certified as a solution architect, you have so much of knowledge there. I might as well recommend you to move in as a cloud-based BA.
Okay. I forgot my. I was saying to you, me having full stack web development and being a BA, will it be a smooth transition?
It is going to be very smooth for you because as a BA, you're going to be working very close with the developers.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to know. Is it the same developer that I'm going to school?
Aligned to it. You're not becoming a developer, but you'll be working in a development environment. You'll be working in a sprint environment. You'll be working with developers day in and day out, talking about acceptance criteria, technical functionalities. Okay, what is the user wants? You'll be engaging with developers in daily basis. So all of this, see, all these things are knowledge, right? So nothing is going waste.
Okay, so it is a plus.
It is a plus, 100%. It's not going anywhere. That's what I said in my phone call with you, that all of these certifications are good. We can put it all together. This is all knowledge. It will help you to have a very good conversation in the interview. So I will be putting this all together, the skill set for you. Okay. And I'll give you a plan how to put this all together and have a great conversation. You will be, when I go into the development stage and talking about the roles and what activities you do, you'll be able to relate your studies there. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Welcome. And what about other guys? Tinashe, Navpreet, Priyadarshini, Sumbo, Soumya Kumar, Sumit. You guys didn't ask me any question. Ovani. Hi, Tinashe, go ahead.
Oh, hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. All right. So there's something you mentioned. I think when the last participant they asked, you mentioned something like just a background. I am in banking, and I did this business analysis certificate through. I'm in Calgary. through Montreal sometime last year. Yeah, but as you probably know, there's always that bridge to cross over because I've been in banking for the last 10 years or so. And then I was looking for something to get into like a business analysis. And then I did that certificate. But of course, there's that bridge, which I think where you guys come in, where you can actually teach essential skills, to really that can, and then, that support to bridge over to actually start doing the actual stuff. And there's something you mentioned. You mentioned something like Scrum and something I don't remember what you said. Scrum and something that
Scrum
you said.
Master certificate. Yeah.
There was something else. There was a second thing that you were saying after going through the training, you can do those things. Who are you doing those things through? Is there third parties that you'd recommend?
Yeah, there is. So you can do certification from scrum.org, scrum.alliance, or you can also do from International Scrum Institute. It doesn't really matter. If you want to more money, there are big brands like scrum.org and Scrum Alliance. It does not really, they make you pay $350 to $500. It's not really worth it, I would say, because it's not the certification is only for the ATS, for resume purposes we need. Plus, you are trying to show your employer that it brings that credibility that you're certified, right? But if you're really on a budget, then I would say go with International Scrum Institute. You could barely spend 60 USD and you can get yourself a beautiful credential. That's all it takes. That's barely, I can say these certifications are required for you just for the ATS and resume purposes. It just brings in credibility, right? That you're certified. It's very important. It's good. It gives you the knowledge. But mostly, I will be going in huge depth in my trainings when we talk about this in the development phase. What are the various things as a BAs and product owners do? We will be dissecting it. So you will have an actual understanding of in real world what you will be doing and everything. So after my training, you can finish the certification in 2 days.
Oh, and I think I also missed, I don't know, maybe I had not joined. I don't know if during the presentation you mentioned how long is this training for? Okay, this training we are looking at, you are with me in class training, which is like 3 sessions a week. You're looking at a period of maximum 6 to 7 weeks. The BA alone takes at least 6 weeks of training. And if you want to go for a technology specialization like ServiceNow or cloud engineering, then I would recommend you to just catch it up with our recordings itself, which is more easy. You learn fast and you can still have access to the trainers and they can answer all your questions. And so it's up to you. I would say that will finish the whole training with the recording and BA training. You're looking around here and there, at least 10 to 11 weeks. But if you're learning only BA, it only takes 6 to 7 weeks. But like you say, the technology part actually is the best, is what really sets you apart, because like I say, I did like the BA, but without those, like I think you said cloud actually. I don't know
Cloud
exactly.
engineering is good. If you're already BA training, Tineshi, you don't have to go into BA training again. Okay, if you're trained again, we will have a conversation offline. I can directly lead you into cloud engineering training.
So you say that is a key thing, right? Because I think from what you said it's one of the key things. Okay.
Yeah, specialization is very important.
Okay. And did you also say you help people like with you said like that, is it called TN visa for Canadians who, if they if you want to kind of explore the US market, but I guess you have to have some kind of experience to do that, I guess.
Yeah. We have vendors on the other side border also. We can help you with that. So basically, the TN visa you will get only when you have a job offer, right? So we need a job offer, right? So are you a citizen?
Yeah. And,
okay. Yeah.
And the TN visa is the BINO accounting. You can do that. I know someone who went with accounting, and you just have to have a job. You go on the by the border, you get a work permit or something, and every year you have to come and get that work permit renew. Is the BA role also covered under that?
On the technology side, the consultant, the middle, the whoever the vendor is, they'll be working with the clients to arrange the TN visa for you. It's not, you don't have to worry about it, but of course you have to show all the documentation, everything to them, and they will use that to process the TN visa. It barely takes like 2 weeks.
Oh, but is the BA role one of, because I know it's about the professions, is BA role one of them?
Yeah, a lot of IT guys work from here in US and TN.
Oh, okay.
It's
And
normal.
one last
It's
one.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, one last one. Is that what is it? International business or another whatever certificate?
IIBA?
Is that, yeah, is the IIBA
International Institute of Business Analysis, yes, yeah.
Does it help, or it's more about doing
It
this
does
thing we are
help.
talking
It
about?
does help. It does help. So there is ECBA, CCBA certification, and then we have CBAP, right? See, one of the most valuable certification is CBAP. Okay, but you can start from CCBA. It's good. CBAP, you need to have 7,000 hours of work experience under your belt for you to apply for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can start with CCBA or ECBA. That's totally fine. But right now, as long as you want to get to the job market, it's not a must.
Okay.
IIB certification is not a must. I'll tell you that. You don't want to put your time into it right away. Get into the job and slowly prepare for it. You don't want to put your time in doing that because the preparation for that will take 2 to 3 months. So you don't want to put your time on it right away, but it's a good skill.
Yeah, I think it only makes sense. I thought it might only make sense when you're already doing the job, not when you're trying to
As
get
long
into
as
the job.
you know the basic certifications you have, like Scrum certifications, and you have good capstone in your resume projects, and interview handling skills are good, that's enough. And some technology specialization, that's enough. You don't need a certification from IIB. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. Guys, I know I went way above the time and do want to give you some information. I'm starting to take registrations for batch. I'm looking forward to start a batch probably in a week's time. So for the Canadian guys, like I said, if it's only BA training you're looking at, then you're looking at a 1600 CAD. But if you want a specialization or technology, like I said, then you're paying 2000. Whatever it is, I would want you to first start with BA. Okay, so there's an initial registration fee of $500, which you need to invest. So I'm going to send an email with a registration link, and interested folks can register yourself by paying the token amount, and the registrations are open, and we will communicate the start date. Okay, very soon, and then we will kick off the training. Usually it happens at 8 p.m. EST, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whichever is convenient. I don't do weekend trainings, it's only weekdays for the convenience. And how much time to complete the BA training you're looking at? Just the BA training, it only takes 6 to 7 weeks. Okay, my BA training alone is also pretty heavy, which is also more than enough, because I train you to become a systems analyst. And if you say that, Sudesh, I only want to get trained that much, and I don't want technology specialist, but that is still okay, because I'm going to train you on a system analyst level preparation. Okay, so you can even sign up with that too. Okay, that's good. And how many hours of class? Each session is going to go 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So starting 8 to 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Okay, so Sumbo said, I want cloud engineering training at ServiceNow. I recommend you to choose only one, because each of them takes a lot of study time. Okay, so I will try to reach out to you, and we will talk more discreetly on that. Okay, all right, guys, I need to close the session. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so I'm gonna let you guys know. Go, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You will get an email communication, and one of our team members will start reaching out to you. And if you're thinking where to start, then Tech Business Analyst is the best place to start. Okay, everybody, all good? Any other questions? All good?
Yes.
Portia?
Yeah, we are good, Sudesh. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, thank you for coming. Have yourself a great night, and see you guys in a batch very soon. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.